What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and thank you for joining me here on the channel today. Zombie coming at y'all again, and the day has finally come where we get to see Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 for the first time. The Call of Duty releasing in 2026. Now, before we get into everything, enjoy the trailer in the background and some gameplay I have for you guys. And don't forget to hit that like button, as it really helps get my videos out there in the YouTube algorithm and get my channel more notoriety. And hit that subscribe button for all Call of Duty information and content coming up in the future here. We have a lot jam-packed for this year coming up with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 and everything else. And let's just hop right into it. So, I will say, first and foremost, overall, looking at the gameplay, it looks absolutely beautiful. But that was never the issue before. Infinity Ward, if there's one thing that I give them credit for, and they are very, very good at, is making the game look pretty, beautiful, great graphics, and very smooth gameplay all in all. Let's just get that out of the way. Now, a lot of things took place today. If you guys haven't been on YouTube or Twitter or the internet at all, there were a bunch of influencers that were flown out to Infinity Ward to test play the game and just to give us some feedbacks. And, you know, I've been seeing a lot of mixed reception on the game from many different YouTubers. I believe T-Dog flew out, which his video that was the one that I watched, and I'm referencing a lot in this video. Swag flew out, and a few other YouTubers that I don't really watch anymore, but nonetheless, gameplay looks absolutely stunning, as you could see on screen over here. Infinity Ward has always made good campaigns. I have no doubt in my mind that this campaign will be great. Aside from Modern Warfare 3 that came out a few years ago, their campaigns have always been very, very good. So we're not going to give them flack for that. But there are some serious concerns that I have for this game, just like every Call of Duty that comes out every single year. First and foremost, before we get into this game, I'm just going to say right off the rip, you know, before I get any comments or if anybody thinks, oh, this guy is going to hate on this game, then probably buy it and play it. I'm not. I will not be buying Modern Warfare 4, no matter how good it looks or how impressive the game is. I'm not going to be tempted to buy this game because year and year go by. New Call of Duties come out. And with every new Call of Duty that comes out, there's always the same issue. That Call of Duty has awesome features, brings back old things that they took away and they introduce as new, which is what they're doing for the most part with this game over here, and advertise it as being something brand new. But then you play the game and the two main issues stick out like a splinter in your thumb. Skill-based matchmaking and cheaters. No matter how good of a game Activision makes, there will always be that issue with skill-based matchmaking and cheaters. Doesn't matter who the developer is, whether it's Infinity Ward, whether it's Sledgehammer Games, whether it's Treyarch, or whoever they introduce into that cycle. And the first thing we're going to take a look at over here is what's coming back with Modern Warfare 4. We got Theater Mode, Classic Perks, Weapon Build Sharing, all new movement suit, slide canceling, slide to ADS, sprint and mantle assist, dynamic kill block map, apex attachments, gunny weapon build recommender, riot shield coming back as a field upgrade and a destructible riot shield, red dots on the minimap, ninja perk is back, no bloom, map voting, operators and kill streak and loadouts, equip any operator, no factions, no last gen support, and 2 prestige paths. Now, for as long as I played Call of Duty, I don't think I've ever heard any player or anybody complain about Bloom. So them getting rid of that makes absolutely no sense. You're just going to be a laser beam the entire time. Honestly, I think in terms of that, it's going to add some type of imbalance to the game, and they probably end up taking that out sometime during the game's life cycle just to balance things a little bit more. Theater mode, I don't even know why that ever went away. I can remember having theater mode all the way back in Call of Duty Black Ops 1 up until Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was the last time I think I've seen theater mode in Call of Duty. Why that feature that went away makes absolutely no sense, as it was helpful for people that record for gameplay and like to use it to upload their gameplay to YouTube or share clips with their friends. I know it'll be a very helpful feature for me if we had that. Weapon build sharing, nothing new. Another new movement feature. Now, movement is something I really want to focus on. Omni movement a lot of people were not fans of. Me personally, as a player, I liked Omni Movement. I felt like it added another level of skill to the game when it was in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. But once they started introducing that bullshit wall jump and all that other crap with it, is when I lost all interest. This is part of the reason I didn't buy Black Ops 7. But them going back to the old movement system that was kind of a hybrid between Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 2022. I don't think it'll be a bad thing as long as it's not as clunky as Modern Warfare 2. And watching T-Dog's video, from what he said, he kind of hinted at that it was smoother than it was in Modern Warfare 2 and a little bit quicker, but not as cracked out as it was in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. So that's something that gives me a little bit of hope in thinking that, gameplay is going to be a little bit more balanced. You're not going to have people booty sliding all over the map and sweating 24/7 like you did in Black Ops 6 or Modern Warfare 2019. No wall jumping. Thank God for that. Sprinting and mantling is just a feature that doesn't really need to be focused on. If you go up to a wall, you jump over it. If you go up to something that you can jump over, you jump over it. The hanging is coming back. That was one of the stupidest features I think I've ever seen in a Call of Duty game. I don't want to hang off of a wall, and I can't tell you how many times in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 that got me killed. Just hanging off of the wall when you're going to try to jump over it, and then you just hang first and then you proceed to mantle. It slows you down and it gets you caught in situations you never wanted to be in. Now, this is one feature that sounded really cool to me, the Gunny Weapon Build Recommender. It's basically like a randomized weapon generator that you have built into Call of Duty. So rather than you having to go to an app and ask it to randomize, generate a random weapon or class for you, you could do that right through Call of Duty. And honestly, that just sounds like a lot of fun. So we'll see how that plays out. And then one thing that sounded really, really awesome from hearing people talk about it is the weapon block or the map block game mode thing. So essentially, think of it as you have shipment, you have crash, and you have shoot house. And on the right side of the map is a part of shipment. In the middle is a part of shoot house, and on the left is a part of whatever other map I just said was. And it's completely random every round you play, and this is for gunfight and for multiplayer. Not gonna lie, that sounds like an awesome feature, and it's gonna change up the gameplay a little bit, and realistically, it's probably gonna be better than any map they can develop at this point in time. So hopefully that brings some fun to the multiplayer. I don't know, I won't be playing it, but I'll definitely be looking at what people say so I can get a little bit of an idea of how the community feels about it. And then prestiges are coming back and red dots are coming back, which they should have never been removed in the first place. And it's kind of like they're creating a situation where you have a problem and they're just giving themselves these problems so they're able to create solutions for them later on down the line, which makes no sense whatsoever. The last thing I wanted to talk about for multiplayer, or one of the two last things I wanted to talk about for multiplayer, was the way they're going about prestige this year. So you have classic prestiges, which once you hit max level multiplayer, which is typically level 55, you'll be able to reset everything, lock all attachments and perks again, and grind your way up. Classic prestige system that we've had up until Black Ops 4, until it came back in Black Ops 6. And I think what they're doing this year is going to be is when you hit that max level, rather than entering that prestige, you could keep on leveling up with the regular level track, which is, I believe, the system they had in MW19, and go from there, which to each his own. I don't think that's a bad change over there. You're giving people more options and players more options, so people can choose what they want to do and what they like. Because there are people that did like that system, but there are people that wanted the regular classic prestige back, and now we have the best of both worlds. I don't have any gripes or issues with that. But the one thing I do have an issue with, and T-Dog brought up in his video, so he was invited out to the event they had at the Infinity Ward Studios so they can test play Modern Warfare 4. And they brought up the issue with consistently having shoot house as a map every single year, 24/7. And T-Dog basically said he gave him some pushback on that, to where he said, I don't feel like you guys should have this in the game, as it encourages brain rot, and people just have no tolerance for these maps you guys are making and don't want to play the game at all. And they said, oh no, if we don't have shoot house, nobody plays the game. Which for one is very sad, as they've admitted it themselves, and we've consistently said this over the years, the reason they keep bringing back Shoot House 24/7 is because they have horrible map design. These maps have no flow, no rhythm to them. They're so cluttered. You have all these doors, which are coming back, by the way, as well. He confirmed that in his video too, T-Dog Smitty. You know, the map design is absolutely atrocious. So for them having to bring back Shoot House 24/7 every single year and Shipment 24/7 every single year to retain players, it just goes to show that, you know, whatever they're doing isn't working. It plays into a big part of what the issue in Call of Duty is, aside from the cheaters and skill-based matchmaking. The creative design and the team that creates these multiplayer maps hasn't done a good job in a very long time across Treyarch and across Infinity Ward. So the issue persists. But what he told them in response to that was, these people need a dose of reality. It's not all fun and Shipment and Shoot House all the time. You know, that you're just stuck in a loop to where you're running around getting killed 1,000 times and getting 1,000 kills in return. That's not fun. That just takes away from the game. And I feel like that's what's, you know, attributed to this horrible map design that we've had over the time. If the developers know they're going to have Shoot House off the rip in the game and Shipment 24/7, then I feel like they don't even put any effort in designing these multiplayer maps for us to play. So what's the point? You're like, you know what I mean? At that point, remaster all the old maps and put Shoot House and Shipment in and just give me the old maps. They were way better. Take out doors and give me the old maps over this Shoot House 24/7 bullshit. Like, I don't want to play that. It's genuinely not fun. I can't stand that shit. And I don't know how people get on. I don't know how people could sit there for hours on day and night just playing Shipment and Shoot House all the time. It sucks. Now that the rant is over, we're just going to get back a little bit on topic here. This could, and this is me just speaking theoretically, this could be the greatest Call of Duty game Infinity Ward, Activision, or any studio developer ever made for Call of Duty. But as long as skill-based matchmaking and the hacking issue is in the game, there will be no change whatsoever. The game will suck. It will not be worth playing. And according to what T-Dog said in his video as well, that they're going to be more transparent with us on skill-based matchmaking as the year goes on. And they like the system that Treyarch implemented with Black Ops 7. But if we remember back to the Black Ops 7 beta, when that came out and they tried to open matchmaking first, they changed it before the game launched. They reworded what they were saying. They were like, hey, we'll try to, you know, be more transparent with you guys, and we're going to tune it to be slightly adjusted, more open matchmaking or limited matchmaking. But, you know, you can't hide shit from people. A lot of people were saying, hey, it feels like skill-based matchmaking all over again. Now, granted, Black Ops 7 did not have the greatest player base or the biggest community, as people were sick of just Call of Duty at that point and the back-to-back titles year after year. So you can give it the excuse or say that, you know, it was just a lot of people on that game that were sweats. None of the casuals actually played it. Fair enough. But when Modern Warfare 4 launches and there are no players, you're going to run into the same exact problem again. So why not give the player base what they want? Like, overall, the game looks pretty. The game looks nice. Fine. We got a lot of classic weapons coming back that we've had every single Modern Warfare game over the last 10 years. It's no different from any other Modern Warfare game. So, if there is no change in the way the maps are designed, and I'm afraid T-Dog was right, if we don't take out Shipment and Shoot House 24/7, the game is going to suffer from what it did all those years. There's going to be a lack of players. They're going to be forced to up skill-based matchmaking or matchmaking to retain players, and they're going to be forced to just do whatever they have to make sure the game doesn't die out too early, especially when it's going up against GTA 6. My advice for anybody that's seen the game and thought, wow, it's kind of nice, I don't recommend you buy it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I haven't bought Call of Duty since Black Ops 7 this year. I don't plan on buying Modern Warfare 4. I'll watch gameplay. I'll see what people think about it, see what the general consensus is, and make my decision from there. And if by some miracle of God there is change or the game is better, then I might consider buying it. But until then, I just recommend everybody don't buy the game. Wait a little bit, see the feedback you get. There are idiots out there that are going to buy it and play it first, so you don't have to waste your money on playing the game and trying to see if it's good. Just listen to those idiots out there and see how they feel about it. And if they tell you the game is good, don't buy it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments of how Modern Warfare 4 looks, if you plan on buying the game, and what's your guys' overall just opinion on everything we see. You think we're just going to have the same year of bullshit that we have every single year, to where the cycle starts all over, they create a problem, the next game fixes it, the game after that breaks it, the game after that breaks it even more, and then you start all over again? Don't forget to hit that like button to help me get my video out there in the YouTube algorithm a little bit more. It really brings notoriety towards my channel. Hit that subscribe button for more content to come on Call of Duty in the future. Zombie out. Peace.